Hey guys, DJ Jack back with you here once again with another video. In this video, as my last video, I just talked about Shrek 5. And now, let's hear a little bit about, do I think we need a Shrek 5, and do I think Shrek 5 reboot is necessary? Partly, it's like Toy Story. They basically said that the last Shrek movie that came out in 2010, which was about almost a beginning of a decade ago, way back in 2010, was the last Shrek movie that got made. Do I feel like they need to make more Shrek? Well, they took a pretty good of a long break. I would say maybe a Shrek 5 reboot isn't a bad idea, but I just hope that Universal and DreamWorks know what they're doing with a Shrek reboot and a Shrek 5. And I know the guy who oversees Illumination Entertainment, who I was talking about, he plans to bring all the original cast back. So let's hope. I mean, and I know Mike Myers has said before in previous interviews, he said that if he had the chance, he would make a new Shrek movie every year. He misses Shrek, and he also says he has a Shrek phone case, apparently, but his kids, Mike Myers' kids, Mike Myers is the one who plays Shrek, his kids are scared of Shrek and don't think he's a monster or something, but he loves Shrek, and it's his favorite character, and since that recent Netflix show, I didn't watch it, but where Mike Myers came back and made like an appearance in a Shrek costume in a certain Netflix series, and he said after that show, after he appeared as dressed up as Shrek in that show on Netflix, in that one episode, he said that he would be willing to make a Shrek movie every year if he could. Like he says he has a Shrek phone case. It's interesting. It's really interesting. And his kids are afraid of Shrek, is what Mike Myers said, but Mike Myers loves Shrek. So, and of course it's his character, so of course he's gonna love him. But do I really think we need a Shrek 5 in a reboot of Shrek to the Shrek franchise? In my opinion, I don't really think it's necessary, but again, I'm going to go back to what I just said a few minutes ago. It's been about almost a whole decade, a long time since we've had any Shrek movies. So I feel like it's not a bad idea to go back to maybe doing Shrek films again. I just think, like, does DreamWorks and Universal know when to stop is the question. I mean, the next Shrek movie that gets made, Shrek 5, will be the very first Shrek project under the ownership of DreamWorks for Universal. Universal acquired DreamWorks Animation back in 2016, as Comcast basically acquired them, and Comcast is the parent company of Universal. So Universal is now run DreamWorks, because the previous company that they used to have, basically Jeffrey Katzenberg, independent company he used to work for, he sold DreamWorks in 2016 to Comcast and Universal. So now Universal owns DreamWorks now, as you know, and that's why they're the Universal's the ones that are responsible for making the recent DreamWorks movies that have been made, like Kung Fu Panda 4. They just made Kung Fu Panda 4. They made all the Trolls movies, mostly recent Trolls movies, and it's still DreamWorks involved, but Universal is now like the head basically now, because they are the owner of DreamWorks. So basically, how do we explain this? It's like Pixar. Disney owns two animation studios. Disney owns Disney Animation, and they own Pixar. Universal owns Illumination Entertainment and owns DreamWorks. So basically now, two of the biggest entertainment companies both own two animation studios, basically now. And now they're both competing against each other, and this shows you that Universal has been more successful than Disney has recently. But Inside Out 2 might change that, because so far Inside Out 2 has had a pretty good opening, two weekend positive opening weekends, so, and most successful so far, and it actually made sold more tickets opening weekend last weekend, not this past weekend, but the weekend before. It sold most tickets out of any, out of the, basically these three movies. It sold more opening weekend tickets, Inside Out 2, over The Incredibles 2, The Little Mermaid live action last year, and also, Spider-Man Across the Spider-Verse, the Spider-Man Across the Spider-Verse that came out last summer. Inside Out 2 has sold more opening weekend tickets last weekend than those movies did on their opening weekends. Really, really, really an accomplishment for Pixar. And hopefully this will turn things around. But we're mostly talking about Shrek here. But do I really think they need Shrek? A Shrek 5. Like I said, it has been a while. Sure, a donkey movie is totally necessary. Shrek 5, I just don't know. But I have mixed feelings. But let me know in the comments below. What do you guys think? Do you think we need a Shrek 5? Or do you think they should have stopped with after that? Let me know in the comments below. Thanks. Bye.